Hey, what's up, and welcome to another episode of Cruise News. It's been a while since I've been able to say that because I promised myself that I was not going to do a cruise news unless it was good news to report. Not only if there was good news to report, but something different that's going to benefit each and every one of us. Now, it's been some time since we've been able to get on that open seas and sail away to an enjoying week, 4 days of ship life. However, we're just going to have to wait a little bit longer because it looks like we're going to be able to sail sooner than we thought. Hang out with me for just a little while I go over a few things and let's talk about sailing. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. Also, make sure you hit the alert so that you're alerted every time I post a new video with more interesting information about cruising. Now, as we all know, cruising has been canceled for the rest of the year of 2020. We're fine with that. I took a moment to contact one of my trusty people over at Carnival Cruise, and I kind of picked their brain to ask them a couple of questions. In doing so, I found out a lot of things that's being reported is not so much the situation with Carnival. So again, I'm a little biased because I only cruise with Carnival. So at the same time, I am going to reach out to Norwegian. I'm going to give them an ample opportunity to answer some of the questions that I have asked Carnival. And I will also reach out to Royal Caribbean. With that being said, let me get into what I was told thus far. It is the hope of Carnival Cruise Line to start cruising back on January the 3rd. Yes, cruising again starting January the 3rd, 2021. Listen, when I tell you I was so pleased to hear that, it really felt good because, again, we have not cruised the whole year of 2020. We've had cruises that have been canceled, and I know a lot of you have been affected by cruises that were canceled as well. But don't worry, cruising will get back up and rolling any day now. So make sure you start reaching out to your travel agents, i.e. me. And that's by reaching out to me on my email at makingmemories, and you'll see it right across the bottom of the screen, makingmemorieswithchan@gmail.com, and I'll be glad to help you book your next adventure. Now, one of the questions that's been up in the air that many people have been hearing about, is it rumor or is it fact? Will masks be required? Well, the young lady I spoke with over at Carnival Cruise Line has said that mask requirements are being discussed, but nothing has been decided as of yet. So, that debunks a lot of things that have been said so far over this platform that masks are going to be required. That decision hasn't been made yet because it's still going through the process of what needs to happen going forward in order to keep us all safe. Now, would I be surprised if masks are required in certain areas? No. And I wouldn't mind wearing a mask. Make sure you drop a comment in the comment section below to let me know how you feel about wearing a mask on a cruise. Additionally, last night I had a webinar with Carnival Cruise Line and a couple of other agents for the company I work with, Untitled Chapter. And we went over a couple of things, and I want to kind of point those things out to you as well. One of the things was rumors of needing volunteer passengers for the first cruise. Is it true? And the response from Carnival Cruise Line is, yes, we can verify that is absolutely a rumor. Carnival Cruise Line is not looking for volunteers to cruise on their first sail. So that is a complete rumor and nowhere near fact. Is it true that cruises will be 7 days or less when resuming? Is it fact or is it rumor? And I'm here to tell you that it's up in the air. Now, the answer to that is most likely, but it's not confirmed by any cruise line. So you hear what they're saying? They didn't just say Carnival, but it's not confirmed by any cruise line yet. So, it's kind of a iffy 50-50 thing here where it's possible, but it's nothing that's confirmed. So you may still be able to have your 7+ day cruises, but again, prepare yourself just in case they aren't offered at this time. Okay, another question. Is there a requirement to be tested for COVID prior to onboarding. At this time, the response was, it's highly likely. There's been no real protocol set forth for the upcoming sailing time frame and how things will be handled. If you have any questions about what will be happening during cruising season once it gets back up and rolling, reach out to your cruising specialist, reach out to your travel agents, reach out to them directly in order to verify any information that you're hearing. Another question, while on board, will there be continued screenings while on the ship? And will there be a quarantine area? The answer to those two questions are yes and yes. So there will be screening while on board, and there will be quarantine areas for people or persons who may have been slightly affected in any way. If you tend to have a fever, I'm sure they'll probably have you in a quarantine area until you're better or until you get back to your home state. Now let's talk about something really fun. We've talked about COVID. We've talked about being quarantined, wearing a mask, doing all of these things. Hello, let's talk about something fun. And that is celebration. Now, one of the things I did say before that we were going to do celebration, and we're definitely still going to do celebration. What I find to be amazing with celebration, which is the 50-year anniversary of Carnival Cruise Line's existence, is that the ships will meet up mid-sea. Can you imagine what that's going to be like? We're talking ships all in the middle of the ocean, all of the DJs synchronized together playing the same music, close in proximity so that you can party with other ships. Come on, stop playing. Tell me that's not fun. That is going to be amazing. If you haven't had an opportunity to book a Celebration cruise ship now already, make sure you book a cruise ship on Celebration. It is going to be amazing, and I plan to be there. I'd love to see you guys there too. I'm gonna keep it short, I'm gonna keep it cute because I haven't been on here in a while, but I would love to hear all of your feedback. I've missed you guys so very much. And in the meantime, what I want to do for you is, since we haven't been able to cruise in a while, what is your favorite treat on Carnival Cruise Line? Wouldn't that be the chocolate molten cake? Many times I've been on Carnival Cruise, I have yet to try the chocolate molten lava cake. So I decided to make it here myself. So if you hang out for a little bit, I want to show you how I made it so that you can make it for yourself until you're on your next adventure. So until next time, y'all, have a blessed and beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next cruise news. So I do have a question. With the whole thing with COVID and the CDC, will there be any specific requirements that, as far as mask requirements, anything like that?
Well, see, that's one of the things, while we're grounded right now, those are one of the things that are being discussed, and decisions are being made with the CDC and the Cruising Association about onboard procedures, and if there's going to be any kind of procedures at the port, if there's going to be any kind of medical examinations, requirements with our staff members and guests. All of that's being decided, but there has been no official word on that yet.
All right.
There has been nothing put in place yet, but when there is an official policy made for cruising, for on board and at the piers, then of course we will communicate that with all of our guests and our travel partners as well.
Perfect. Is it true that the buffet will be, in essence, no longer self-service?
If we were to keep the buffet, then maybe something like maybe we won't allow self-service anymore. Maybe having people come to you. I really
but
can't
that hasn't
that
been
would be on
right.
procedures. But, I can pretty much guarantee with the way things are different now, it probably won't be self-serve anymore. But the process, I cannot state specifically what that would be. As we're grounded, as our ships are grounded, everything is grounded right now.
Is on pause.
No policies, nothing's been decided yet. I mean, that's what they're talking about now, but nothing official yet.
Okay.
There's been nothing in this moment in time where we're going to be using, quote, mock guests.
Trial cruises with volunteers, civilians as volunteers being used, and they have to go to a doctor and they have to get full physical to go on and state that they're in good health.
We don't have any information, any reports or anything like that.
Will there be testing at the ports before boarding, or do you have to provide a negative testing? Will that be the case?
That's part of what's being discussed. Now, in the beginning, when this started, before we were grounded, that's what we were doing. You know, when we were actually doing medical screenings and pre-checks with temperatures, medical evaluations with fever, symptoms, all of that. We were doing that with our guests as well with our staff members. And in some situations, because we were doing that, some of the results, some of our staff members as well as some of our guests were actually denied boarding. So we were doing that with the medical screenings at the pier even before we had to start canceling our cruises. So most likely that will still be put in place.
Okay.
We just can't specify exactly, and maybe even a lot more in depth.
You won't be able to disembark the ship unless you have a planned excursion.
You won't be able to get off the ship unless you have a planned excursion.
Right.
And why would that be? And now, once again, there have been no mention about anything like that. No reports, no information, nothing handed down to us.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. You have a good day.
Hey, what's up? So we're cruising right around the corner. I decided to make the infamous Carnival Cruise Molten lava cake. So if you take a moment, sit down, get your pen and paper handy so that you can write down how I made it so you can make it for yourself until you're on the next cruise adventure. So let's get this thing done.
Oh, it's malted.
Look at that.
Oh, damn, it's hot. That's great. I done dropped my ice cream. Very good. Very nice.
Does that remind you of Carnival Cruise? Daddy not talking yet. Can I get a word from you?
Look at it.
Dre. Dre. How is it?
It's chocolate.
It's good? He loves chocolate. Y'all know that. Say goodbye, y'all. Enjoy your chocolate molten cake. You know how long